Okay, so today I'm making myself an air bubbler from my pond. I got this pump here, and it's rated at 50 liter per minute. And I needed an air disc, but air disc is so expensive, and for the size that I needed. So I'm gonna use all the parts that I got available to keep the cost down. This is the 10 feet worth of 3/8 line. Then I got a connector, which is the 3/8 line here, that fits on the 3/8 line. It's just a T connector. And then I got a half an inch tubing. These are black tubing, so I can puncture it, and you would just need a scissor, and you need a sewing needle. What you're gonna do is puncture all these here, okay? And what that does, it releases the bubble inside the pond. So that's what gives you like a DIY pond aerator, I guess. Anyway, because this is a 1/2 inch line, you would have to fit this in here first, and then make yourself a gasket. So then this will fit into here, and then you're gonna use stainless steel hose clamps to clamp that in right there. Okay, just gonna show you really quick here, but what I want to do is to save a little time on the video. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna put it all together. It's pretty quick, easy, and simple, really. I'm going to put it all together, and then I'm going to show you. These are going to be my hose clamps right here. I'm just going to reuse them. So that's about it. I'm going to pause the video, so that way I can keep this video down a little bit, because I hate doing long videos, and people are going to sit there, and they're going to have to wait, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, it's pretty basic, simple, really. And then I'm going to put it together. I'm going to show you one more time before I test this out in like a cooler or something, so you can see. Okay, so I am pretty much done. I added the connector right here, you can see, and then I just added the connector there. That's it. This was, I think it's a 1/4, so I had to use the thing to make myself the spacer to make it fit. That way it'll fit in, and then I clamp it so there's no air leaking. Then I use a sewing needle like this here, and I puncture starting from here. I left this tube measures 60 inches total, and this is a 1/2 inch black tubing, just regular black tubing. I don't know, I seen little grooves in here, so there must be, if in case anybody wants to know, there must be a reinforced hose, because I see little grooves in here, and it's able to withstand 150 psi, but that doesn't matter. You can probably use this tube too if you want. So then I put my thumb here, and I puncture holes. Every single, my space is my thumb, so I puncture every single hole all the way through here, but I left this part here because I don't want it to go all the way to here. For this part here, I'm going to use weight and zip tie to tie it down. so it's probably gonna be like rock, like maybe one piece, one buck here, one rock here, maybe 4 rocks total, just to weigh it, so hold it down, and then I'm gonna use the zip tie, but that's just later. There's no need for me to explain that. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put them in my cooler, and I'm gonna test it out so you can see, and that will be my final product. And then for the installation of it in the pond wise, I'll continue the video, but I'm gonna pause the video here. Okay, so here's the basic concept of that. As you can see, there's a lot of bubbles. I felt it. This became really hard, so I can puncture actually more holes in here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna puncture more. I can probably go at least, I don't know, I count 60 holes that I puncture, and then I added 4, so another 20 holes, so it's about 70 holes total through this 6 feet tubing. But I probably can do more. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna puncture maybe a few more. I'll puncture another 10 and then see how it goes. But that way you can just puncture your holes in more and more and more. That way you can get what you want. But test it, you know, 10 at a time, I guess, and then that way you will know how many holes actually would be accommodate for this pump. So it's depend on your pump. You would puncture the hole according to your pump. Anyway, that's about it from here. Next video will be in the pond itself.